welcome back to the Ilika Caribbean Reality TV Experience. Welcome to Reality with Tree. Oi, oi, this smile is a little forced. We've been reviewing Love Island Season 8. This is episode 35. And I'm salty as hell. I am like I know what they were doing. Like I know, like I peeped the intention of Trinity and Bryce being the winners from the dot. If you listen to my previous reviews, you would notice that I've been saying that production really put a battery in Zach, Kida, Trinity, and Bryce is back, but something happened along the way when we got to Casa that they let go of Zach. I don't know if it was his affiliation with the racist girl. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway. Production one. Production played in our faces the entire season. Production tense. You did it. And I'm salty. I'm allowed to be. Oh my God. Ah. Anyway, this is the Black Caribbean Womanist and Academic Perspective on Reality TV. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's jump right in. I will try my best to keep my saltiness at the door. I knew it was going to happen, but I hate it so much. Because at one point I was like, we're bigger than the system. When Titi and Casey made it into like the top four when they had the karaoke, I was like, ooh, 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 look at this, look at this. But mm-mm. The bigger than the system can only happen when we leave that villa. Until then, as we say back home, production have us one knot. Production got us in a bind. The recap alone will tell you everything you needed to know about Love Island's intentions. The aftermath will teach you one thing, that Love Island will use Black and colored bodies for entertainment. They will milk it. They will milk it. As soon as they see weakness in any of the couples, weakness in any of the individuals, they're going to ply that and use that and drain it and milk it for all the drama that they can get. All the drama that they can get. Why didn't they milk Bryce and Zach? Because currently, we have to be honest, in the current status of humanity says that white males are at the top of the totem pole. So what do? We protect them. So all this protect Black kings, protect Black queens. The worst thing is that we are not even protecting each other. We're not. Because if you look at the comments being made by certain people, as long as you come in with like a critical thought, there are so many people who buy into and have bought into the ways in which production manipulated the game, the way in which production and editing interfered with and give signals to the audience to for them to feel like they're making an informed choice, an informed opinion on a situation, but all of it was like super manipulated, and a lot of cinematic cues were used, like in music and camera shots, angles, etc., especially editing tools to cue you on who you should follow and what you should do. And this is so heavily attended to that people's opinions lack thought, lack critical thinking. You do not know how badly critical thinking is missing in the world today until you look at the comments underneath a post of Love Island. Because nobody's thinking. and the ways in which, unfortunately, you will find that the manipulation of Black and colored bodies had this tone where the audience continued the work that production had started, demonizing bodies, attacking Casey, supporting Anaya, attacking Casey, without critical thinking of what Anaya would have done to allow for certain situations to happen. Attacking Corbin, but allowing Kenzie to go scot-free. Attacking Corbin for saying that Kenzie and Sincere there was no difference. And I've been saying that these are two same people. But one is allowed to move with whatever reckless way she wants to move, while the other one cannot hold on to that level of victimhood that she is able to exonerate herself with. But people don't think anymore. People don't think anymore. Everybody is just following the crowd and following the cues given by people who don't care for you. So it's sad. Like it's really sad. And everybody's like, something felt weird this season. What felt weird this season is production working overtime to manipulate their audience. That is what felt weird. Period. Anyway, the lesson of the day, as Black human beings going into these people's games, go in with your chessboard. And the same ways in which you're used as pawns to encourage engagement on people's screens, you have to now reel back and use them as pawns in your game. Period. Period. Anyway, so let's jump in. There isn't much because it was just like, let me tell you, Nothing Burger was never more nothing than this episode. Like literally, like nothing made sense. Or maybe it's because I was so salty. So we have the final four toasting and they go off to chat in their couples. Trinity and Bryce, as usual stuff. Oh, I'm so happy. It's so good. What we have is so good and next. Kate and Zach cannot believe they made it. You should not have. Period. Mel and Sincere, he feels like anything that has happened to the two of them will be fine. They'll be fine. And Mel is still convinced, poor Angel, that America sees something special between them. No. Production gave y'all so much screen time because they were really bleeding y'all for entertainment. And that is how you ended up there. Because everybody had Mel and Sincere on their mind, especially with what happened with Mel and her sister literally begging her to walk away from this man. Anaya and Carl, she was not ready to go. And Anaya does this thing where she's like, I'm so happy. And then she follows it with, genuinely. Are you trying to convince us or yourself, boo? Both you and Carl are lying in this relationship. Carl be lying, Anaya be lying. Anyway, they go off to bed. Morning time, it's daytime, and nobody's impressed. Nobody's been impressed with the first two. Fourth and third place dates, Jesus Christ. Really, really production. Let's make it a little more obvious. A little more obvious. Cheap ass dates. And by the way, y'all manipulation game sending only Brinity on dates. Anyway. I got to have Kaya now. I don't know. I saw my earrings and I wanted a Bob Marley song, but that is not a good Bob Marley song for sending fire upon production. We have Mel and Sincere. They have a massage spot in the middle of the sea. Sincere doing rock, paper, scissors for the massage is wild, bro. Mm-mm. Then they make pizza, and then you could see that Mel is still very fragile, like so many doubts. Sincere is still on edge. Oh my God. Y'all, America, you should have sent that baby home. You should have seen who voted for Mel. Seriously, who voted to keep Mel and Sincere in that house? Back at the villa, Zach and Bryce speak about their alleged friendship, which we know is not a friendship, it's a full-on relationship. And I hope that they come out when they leave the villa because Bryce is blushing. Bryce blushes in ways, that's why you feel the inauthenticity with him and Trinity, because with Zach, he has this light that comes on when he's with Zach that he does not have with Trinity. And then Zach asks him, how do you feel that everybody has seen the romance and all the shit we've been getting into? I'm like, oh, do you know that? Uh, How do you know people been talking about y'all? Is it your parents when they came in or the production? I know production gave y'all a cue because I remember before the voting, which voting? I think before the karaoke voting, we got no snippets of the two of y'all humping each other. All of a sudden, it was all gone. Anyway. Buddies from production. One thing white men and white people will do, white people love up each other. Eh? Them love up each other and they look out for each other. Black people, black people. Then Trinity and Kata also speak about their friendship. We have Trinity and Bryce are in a sex position in the kitchen, and I and Carl look on while Carl says that's hot, and Aya's face is like, I don't know. And Aya's face, I couldn't read it. It was weird. It's like she was weirded out, she was perplexed. I'm like, did you find out something? Tell us, Anaya. So Mel and Sincere return, they tell the others about the dates. Bryce still looks jealous even if he knows that the end game belongs to him. If you look at the end, when they were about to announce the winners, you could see Bryce's face. Bryce couldn't contain it. Bryce just knew that they won. And Trinity is having this conversation with was it was Mel and Anaya, I believe, yeah. I can't believe the four black women are in the final four. That is so powerful. I'm like, you bought, like Trinity, you bought. And everything that has to be said, like with those like serious conversations or whatever, they would always bring Bryce and Trinity in. How much more did they pay the two of them? It's crazy. So Keda and Zach go on their date. We have a speedboat picking them up on the river. Cheap, cheap date. Let me tell you, cheap, cheap date. Same like Melanie and Sincere. Cheap, cheap date. They have a meal set up with flowers. And what we get from Kata, wait, you're so cute. She's she speaks like one of these like sea heads or one of these like super drunken people. I've gotten over Kata a long time ago. Meanwhile, back at the house, Anaya and Carl get ready for their dates. The dinner dress up on Anaya is so gorgeous. I just wish Anaya would know just how beautiful she is. Maybe looking at herself objectively on screen when leaving, she'll realize, oh my goodness, I'm bad. But it's the way you carry what the package that you're given. Kayla carries that package like nobody can talk to her, like she knows. She's been validated. Anaya hasn't gotten a lot of validation. So Anaya walks, she folds her body in. Anaya walks and she does this immediately. We're like animals, we're pack animals. Immediately people pick up on this girl is not fully confident in herself. And that is how production knew this weak brainchild. Let's use her. Let us use her without her knowing. Anyway, gorgeous. Anaya is gorgeous. And the treatment that that child deserved throughout the season, they finally gave it to her. Hella late. They gave her a fairy tale setup and the books hanging, the lights and everything. She is really treated like a princess. Them got crown, them got fairy tale book with story. And of course, in the story, they have to put Anaya crying. Boy, them love. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. Give them a black woman crying. Give them a colored woman crying. Anyway, meanwhile, back at the villa, Bryce and Zach are making up couple names, and they have the last text come in. Trinity and Bryce go on their dates. The two of them get a super gorgeous dinner set up, the lights and everything. Oh, stunning, 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 stunning. And they're saying all the good things. And it's so empty to me. Now apparently he is both her best friend and boyfriend. I'm really trying hard to pay attention, but I can't. Meanwhile, Anaya comes back and she talks about the date. She and Carl talk about the date. Zach looks so jealous. Like Zach, like immediately could tell that that date was exponentially better than theirs. So of course, like Zach stays skimming. Zach is wondering why. Zach stays skimming. Zach never stops skimming, let me tell you. Back at the date, we have the album being dropped. Very convenient. Very convenient. Icing on the cake. Icing on the cake. And it's like, I feel like they genuinely like each other as friends, but the way Bryce comes to life with Zach, we get none of that. Let's look at Bryce with Zach and how happy he is in comparison to how he is with Trinity. None of that is real. And maybe Trinity might think it's real, but none of that is real. Every conversation they have, every production manipulation, every interference that they did with the couples, all the missions that they got from production, like all of it, like it just tainted our perception of them. Like a lot of people are not feeling the energy between them. It just feels so forced. Anyway, after like their dinner, they have like a primitive, because you know one thing white North American television will love is a primitive scene. So they have a primitive fire dancing group and it's fireworks and all the hoopla. And I'm like, literally announced already that they won. That's exactly what you're doing. So they go back to the villa, they tell the group about the date, announce that they said the L word, and boy, Zach is jealous because Zach ain't got to say the L word out in public yet. Zach stay jealous. Zach schemes. Zach is at the end and Zach is scheming. Anyway, so it's morning time. They're having like their little conversations. The girls go off to get pampered. And I'm literally not interested in any of the empty conversations that they're having. The guy speak and Sincere says he still feels bad about how he behaved and knows that like he has a lot of course correcting to do. And I know that 3 months from now, we'll have an announcement from the two, a joint announcement saying that they have decided to go their separate ways. And it would have been Sincere who was like, nah, too many girls in my DMs. Anyway, Anaya still says she loves that Mel and Sincere always come back together. No comments. No comments. Anaya, give Anaya a backpack and send her on the mountain. Please, please. Finally, after an hour and a half of wasted time because I'm salty, I couldn't enjoy this. Like it was boring. It was boring as hell. Nothing. The couples head to the staging for the final winner announcements. We have Kate and Zach coming down first, and there are huge black and white photos of the couple. Gorgeous setting, I must say. Really gorgeous settings. Because when the couples come down, they go across to like the final seated area, and there are photos of the couples like all along the way. And when they get to the end, there's this screen with like a montage of moments, a video montage of moments with the couple. So what can I say? Kida looked like good, but Melanie looked absolutely breathtaking. So beautiful. Trinity's outfit is dan dada. Dan dada. I want that outfit. Carl looks amazing, and Anaya is again too stunning. Anaya, I wish you knew. I wish you knew. Wish you knew you're an actual princess, but not from the Hollywood films. You are African princess. And scene. So much time wasted. They even have like photo booth moments. Like, why do we need that? Like, just Ariana, come on. 2 hours. 2 hours of so many fillers. Like, can't you like let go of like all the money? And listen, stop giving them children little money. $100,000. You know you could easily drop 1 million on those kids. Especially after all the ways in which you use those children. Pay them more per episode and give them more at the end. Wickedy. Production, wickedy. Anyway, Ariana comes in and I'm like, come on, leg. Come on, sea creature. She looks good. And then we get a montage of the experiences. And what do we get again? Again, we have to get Anaya and Mel crying. We have to sing some Negro spirituals upon them. So next say they cannot work that. So they get some messages from home. Kata's friends. It's a color palette of Kata's friends. Oh, that was before anyway. And Ariana comes in later. Got that a little mixed up. Kata's friends, you get a color palette, and I'm like, okay, Kata, that's all I needed to know. And then we get messages from Bear Stars, Lizzo, Demi Lovato, Alex Warren, I know Sierra, Jordan Sparks, Ruby Somber, Kesha, Drewski, Kalani. Whoosh. Let me tell you, Love Island is worldwide. And I need production to step out of it next season because this left a bad taste in so many of our mouths that if y'all continue like this, more of us will stop watching. It's a no. So Trinity is featured giving like the final words. I'm like, okay. Then Ariana comes in. Anyway, we have this wasted time, another big chunk of wasted time. A RuPaul, like at the end of like Drag Race, RuPaul will ask the queens, what would you say to 7-year-old Michael? So this is Ariana. What would you say to first day you? Come on. Again, not original, boring, wasting time. Let's keep it moving. You know who the winners are already. Everybody knows. Y'all been tracking them from day one. Let's get this over with. So fourth place, Kate and Zach. Third place, Mel and Sincere. Second place, Colin and Aya. First place, Bryce and Trinity. Cook up, cook up, cook up, cook up, cook up, cook up production. You won. And nobody can convince me that Trinity and Bryce did not know it would be them. Zoom in on those faces towards the end. I said it. Anyway, they're celebrating, and Zach wants to kiss Bryce so bad upon the celebration. And then they give this speech, Bear, I love you, that nobody feels. Because that's not where the spark lies. The spark really lies. I'm telling you, I would have been on the Zach and Bryce train. The two manipulating brothers. Two manipulating couples. We have Anaya giving another pick me speech. I'm so grateful that you chose me. Like she told Carl that so many times. I'm so grateful that you took a chance on me. I'm so grateful that you chose me. Y'all speak power into your black girls and boys. Them children need to go into the world with more power. Because what is that? Grateful what? Carl never knew he could come close to a body like you. Grateful where? Stop it. Anyway, so Trinity starts crying and she's like, oh, and she gives like this kind of shit that Hollywood likes. Oh, we never really had much. I'm like, oh, anyway, it's all done. It's all done. It's all done. What a disgusting season, but we've come to the end. And what have we learned, boys and girls? Production will manipulate the situation. Production will use Black and colored people for their entertainment, but never want them to be the winners at the end. They will use and abuse you, but they will never push you towards the end. And that's it. Finally, it's over. Maybe I will miss it a little, maybe, but I hate that I had to look at it so closely and see so much. And part of me is sad that I didn't look at season 7 more closely because I feel like, although from the get-go I was always like on Ace's side, but I feel like I would have understood the situation like so much more. But anyway, this is it. I'm up so late. Look at me. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you